I put a little poll on Twitter, and it came back pretty much 50-50. Let's say I think it's about 58-42, somewhere there, right? It's not far off. But there was a rumour about a certain player, and I want to get your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'm going to try and decipher this one for you, because I've not heard anything about this player, but let's get into it. Chelsea have joined Bayern Munich in the race to sign Nottingham Forest midfielder Morgan Gibbs-White. Nottingham Forest have no intention of selling unless they receive an irresistible offer. I don't buy this, I'll be honest. Considering that Gibbs-White plays as a 10 on attacking midfielder, but predominantly, well, I say predominantly recently, more recently he's played off the flanks, right, can play either side, started off more on the right, has figured over to the left and has done very well on that side as well. Very versatile, very versatile. I don't think we're going for another sided player. I just don't think so. I don't, unless, if we are, we're letting go of more than one winger that we have at the club. Pedro Neto, we know, could be on his way out. I don't think Gittins is going anywhere. And who else? We've got Quenda, we've got Esteval. Rogers has just joined. You know, I'm not missing anyone, am I? No, Garnacho's left, and God for that. You know, I don't see it. Is Gittins going? Listen, I'll be all for it. Personally, I'm all for it, but I don't see it. Gittins is someone that's going to be looked at. Oh yeah, Mudryk, that's the guy. I almost thought he was still suspended in my head, but he could be heading out on a loan or whatnot. So, but he was never really in the calculation anyway. So he just feels like a freebie at this point. With the rest that we've got, I don't see it. You know, Gibbs-White won't play. Let's be honest, he just won't play. He could, don't get it twisted, but it would mean the person that has been kept for the reasons of getting game time, which is Gittins, won't play. But as far as the plan seems, it seems like he's going to be getting game time. And he does need to get game time because he didn't play much last season and his value's not high. So even if we wanted to sell him, we can't really do much unless we send him on a loan. And the loans are limited. You can't just send half the squad on loan. That's not allowed anymore. So we've got to figure this one out. And this is why Gibbs-White, as much as I would take the player. Personally, if you ask me my opinion on the player, I'd take Gibbs-White. I really would. I just don't see it happening. You know? And I'll be honest, I've not heard anything. I'll try and dig and find out if there's any word in the street about this one. There's nothing. The street's empty. The street is empty. So Gibbs-White, I'll be honest, I saw it pop online earlier on, and I know it's done the rounds. And yeah, I just wanted to clarify that with you lot in case you guys think it might be happening, unless it materialises into something. But then at that point, like I said, I expect players to go, even more. At that point, I would say Neto, and we have a move for Gittins somewhere. Like, surely. Anyway, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Much appreciated. And what you think on Gibbs-White. I like him. I would take him. 26 years old too. Not just about the age, but he's matured very, very well and done well for his level at Forest. Very, very well. Reliable. I would take him. I just don't see the room in terms of what Chelsea are going to do. I'd swap him for Gittins in an instant. But we're not going to make money with Gittins, are we? So that's just the reality. Let me know your thoughts. Now, with this, no agreement today between Chelsea and Napoli regarding Benoit Badiashile. The parties are still far apart on the deal. This is nothing to really be concerned about, right? Because, well, unless if the whole thing collapsed, which doesn't look like it will, but there's still a bit of a gap. The gap will close. Napoli seem really keen. They haven't walked away. This has been a deal in the making for a little while now. Almost as long as you could say Pep Chavaria to Chelsea, which, by the way, is done. Anyone that's still panicking over that, it's been done for days, right? I even gave you guys on X an in the bag, and that was, what, 3 days ago? I think 4 days ago, something like that. It's done. And then today, there were pictures that were leaked from the upcoming interview that's coming up, where his unveiling. He's already been to Cobham. He's done the media. He's signed. He's just not been unveiled yet. He will be. So, yeah, Pep Chavaria is in the bag. But outgoings are being done, and Benoit Badiashile, as long as the Pep Chavaria deal took, I know this one seems like it's taken long, but it will be done. Benoit Badiashile is getting done. And I expect Napoli to come to a close very
Right now, could you see them being Premier League title contenders? We know that in terms of depth, they've got nearly 50 players. That will change, of course. That will come down. And they've also had experience, which all the Chelsea fans wanted to see, and I think everybody from the outside could see. But how far are they from challenging the title?
No, I think we're quite a way away, to be honest. And you speak about depth in squad. I think the numbers doesn't necessarily give you good depth. Because if you've got a number of players that I don't think are at Chelsea's level or good enough to be in a challenging Chelsea team, that those numbers don't mean anything. It only means, can you get a loan fee and can you maybe generate some more money coming through the door? So I think the amount of problems is a problem for a manager or a head coach. So yeah, as I said, depth. If you have quality, then you have depth. I do think adding your Jordan Hendersons and your Danny Welbecks, I think that is great for the group as a whole. But I would have maybe have liked, and I really like Jordan Henderson, really like Danny Welbeck. I wouldn't have minded a little bit more experience in the starting 11. I'm not too sure that those two players will be starting week in, week out. And I think that can dilute the influence that you have on the group a little bit. I mean, they'll still be amazing to have around the place, particularly Jordan Henderson. I think he's someone who can have a huge influence on not just the younger players, but the club as a whole. So we're certainly not worse off than what we were without those players, but I think sometimes adding experience in maybe your sort of guaranteed 6, 7, 8 starters in the team is a little bit more important.
Now here's where it gets interesting, because this is the point where the story stops being a rumor and starts being a paper trail. Fabrizio Romano's language shifted over a 48-hour window, and if you've followed his reporting long enough, you know that shift means something. It went from, Chelsea are among the clubs looking at him, to something far more direct. Talks have opened, terms are being discussed with his camp, and the structure of a package is already being sketched out. The number attached, figures being floated sit in the region of a fee that would make this one of Chelsea's more calculated pieces of business this window, not a panic buy, not a headline chaser, but a targeted signing built around a specific tactical gap. And then came the phrase everyone's been waiting for. Not official, not confirmed, but close enough that Romano used the words that always send a transfer market into overdrive. Here we go, getting closer. That's not nothing. That's a journalist telling you the pieces are lining up in a way that rarely reverses course once it starts. This is where most transfer channels stop. We're not stopping here, because there's a third strand to this story, and it comes from the deep dive reporting style, the kind that doesn't chase the fastest post, it chases the fullest picture. And what that reporting adds is context nobody else has bothered to explain. Why now? Why Gibbs-White? Why Chelsea's recruitment department in particular? The answer sits in profile, not headlines. Chelsea's model under this ownership group has been built on age curves and resale value as much as raw ability. Sign players in their statistical prime years, with room to develop tactically within a defined system. Gibbs-White fits that profile almost too neatly. 20-something, homegrown status that matters for squad list purposes, proven Premier League output, and a versatility across midfield and attacking positions that lets a manager solve 2 problems with 1 signing. The deep dive sourcing also flags something the quicker reports glossed over: personal terms were never expected to be the sticking point here. The players' side, according to that reporting, have made clear they see this as a natural step up. Bigger stage, continental football, a manager who's already reportedly sold him a specific role rather than a vague promise of minutes.